William Grimsrud. Since the end of the Second World War, the United States has attempted to overthrow 72 foreign governments. This fact was provided by Lindsay A. O'Rourke, an assistant professor of international politics at Boston College, in an article that she wrote for the Washington Post on December 23, 2016. We have all wanted people to believe what we believe. If it's getting into an argument with your friends about whether or not LeBron is the GOAT, or with your family about what to have for supper, we have all been there. The United States government should not interfere with foreign governments as much as it does right now. First, I will talk about the cost in lives of our interference, and second, I will outlay the cost in dollars of our interference. Let's start with the cost in lives. Many people die in these endless wars. According to the Pentagon, which is the headquarters of the most expensive military on the planet, in a press release that they posted on their website on February 28, 2019, airstrikes made by the US-led coalition fighting the Islamic State were responsible for the deaths of 1,257 civilians in Iraq and Syria alone. Many Americans die in these wars as well, according to Neta C. Crawford, professor and chair of the Department of Political Science at Boston University, in a study she wrote for Brown University in November of 2018. 6,851 soldiers died in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iraq, and that's United States soldiers. And at the very least, 980,000 people died in the wars in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, and Syria. I believe the main reason we get into these wars is the idea of American exceptionalism, which is the belief that America is completely unique in its political system, history, and values, and is suited for leadership on the world stage, and that it is its sacred duty to imprint its beliefs on other nations. This is incredibly naive because no person or government is completely unique or perfect, and it is incredibly dangerous to believe that you are the embodiment of justice because it disallows the need for self-examination. Now that I have talked about the cost in lives, I would like to talk about the cost in dollars. In order for the United States government to force its ideals on other countries worldwide, it needs to spend money. A lot of money. According to the Department of Defense, which is the executive department in charge of all national security issues, in a budget overview that they gave to Congress and posted on their website in February 2018, the United States government plans to spend $686.1 billion on defense in 2019. I'm not sure if you heard me. $686.1 billion spent on defense in just 2019. The report that statistic was on cost $35,000 to make just on its own. That is $74 billion more than last year. Furthermore, that is half of our country's entire discretional budget. Imagine what we could do with that money if we spent it elsewhere. Imagine the improvements we can make to our school. Imagine having a healthcare system that was actually somewhat affordable, or colleges that were actually somewhat affordable. Or if that's not your style, we could just not collect the money and everyone could get a huge cut to their taxes. We are also the only country that spends even close to this much on defense. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, which was created in 1966 and is dedicated to finding the causes and effects of war and to pursuing peace on a global scale, in a report that they posted on their website in April of 2019, the United States spent the most on defense in the world and accounted for 36% of the money spent on military globally. China came in second with $250 billion spent on military, and Saudi Arabia came in third with $67.6 billion spent on military globally. That is compared to $686.1 billion that America spends. Over the course of the speech, I've talked about many things. First, I talked about the cost in lives of our constant interference. And second, I gave the cost in dollars. The United States government should not interfere with foreign affairs as much as it does right now. How long are we going to let American soldiers die overseas for no reason while patting ourselves on the back for it?
4:30.